Give me a parking ticket for a spot I paid for, I dare you. About 10 or so years ago, I went to a concert an hour away from me in Indianapolis. Decided to make a day of it, going to several museums and spots around the city. Each time paying for parking in a garage for 2 or so hours, then going to meander around the area. Finally, I go park close to the venue and paid for parking until the time it was free. Total, I probably paid $4,050 for parking throughout the day. Enjoyed the concert, but come back to a parking ticket on my car. I think, this is odd, but I am tired and chalk it up to a mistake. But I decide to take photos of my parking spot. Both spots on either side were taken, and all the signage, and head home for the evening, figuring I would sort it in the morning. The next morning, I review the ticket, the photo of my spot and my parking receipt. The ticket did not line up to the spot my car was located in, and my receipt shows that I had valid parking at the time of the ticket. So I submit an appeal thinking this will be easy. It's obvious that a mistake was made. The appeal was denied. The ticket was for the spot that was not paid for. Ergo it stood. I called the office, and the lady said they did not make a mistake, as my receipt showed that I paid for spot X1 and the ticket was for spot X. I asked about the photo proof that my car was in spot X1. She said, well, you could have moved the car. Note that the parking receipt included my license plate number and everything. Think Park Mobile-like system. I noted that there were cars in spots on either side of me and that the entire street was full because of the concert. And honestly, I don't think they bothered to look at the photo. Even had that not been the case, I had proof that that license plate had a paid parking spot. No matter what, no dice. I am feeling petty over this $25 parking ticket at this point. So, I called Visa and asked if I could retract the amount I paid for the time that I had parked, since it didn't count. I submitted all the evidence and documentation to Visa. Visa, in what was the greatest thing Visa has ever done, emo. They agreed that if my parking receipt and transaction number wasn't proof I had paid for parking, then clearly I had paid for a service I did not receive. And they extended my initial request of canceling the one transaction to include all the parking spots I had paid for through the system that day, valued at more than the parking ticket. Then they filed a formal complaint on my behalf with a letter explaining why they were refunding me. I would not have been nearly as satisfying if I had not spent the entire day playing tourist in the city and racking up a large parking bill, all with the same vendor. Fun fact: if Visa has to do a chargeback, they will tack on a $40 fee on top of the refund. So not only did they lose $50 for the parking, they may have also lost 40x number of payments. Good on you. A lesson for us all. Put it on the card. How cool is having the credit card company help you in a dispute? Ha! Nicely played and well done, Visa. It's not often that a credit card company gets congratulated for over and above service. Also, a $25 parking ticket? Wow, that's so cheap compared to the last one I got. Happened to me in Atlanta multiple times. Over a less than $5th Street parking charge. I submitted all evidence with copies of the receipt and parking ticket, clearly showing the times. No luck. Denied on appeal. I just don't park on the street anymore. But this is genius. Thanks.
Nice.
Dude, that was glorious! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. This is great. I was in an almost similar situation couple of weeks ago. Paid for parking in a city lot at the beach. Crowded day. Long line at the pay station. Made the payment about 12:48 p.m. and found that I had received a parking ticket at 12:45 p.m. i.e., While I was still waiting in line to pay, I have filed an appeal with that city, but not sure what the outcome is. If it doesn't go my way, I have saved your post and will sure give Visa a call. That's awesome. I have told companies that I am happy to call the credit card company to dispute the charges, and arrived at reasonable outcomes, but this is way more satisfying. Good job. Anytime I can set a credit card company on a business, I know they have my back. They have all the leverage. As in, oh, do you want your company to still accept our card? I once bought a dining room table and a bed from a fly-by-night mall furniture store. The chairs were all broken and the bed was a completely different one. They kept dragging out the excuses until I called Visa. Thank goodness I paid with a credit card. That's crazy they have such strict parking, since that entire city is just parking lot after parking lot. I got a parking ticket in Nevada because I backed into the parking spot so no one could easily get into my trunk. They claimed I had removed my front plate to avoid their ticketing process. The problem is that I'm from Arizona and we don't have front plates. They left the plate part blank, so I just ignored it. I never heard from anyone from the MGM.
Awesome.
This is the best MC I've ever read. Visa, they'd be so pleased if media pick up on this, the sort of publicity that money can't buy. Unless, of course. Hilarious. This story could definitely be a Patrick and Man Ray meme. Be careful. There could be some embedded terms you accept by using their parking system. Spots that an unused spot is just abandoned fees. Ultimately, it sounds like you made no mistake, but they believe their original judgment no matter what. I'm not sure I understand what part of this story is compliance. I'm also not sure I see what was malicious. Is it me, or is this entire post bots advertising for Visa?
Beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.